In an interesting matchup coming up this Saturday, March 2nd, broadcast on ESPN, we'll get a chance to see Raymond contest for his first title opportunity against Otabek Kholmato in a fight between two southpaws that may bear watching. Let's talk. This Saturday, March 2nd, we're going to see a featherweight title doubleheader on ESPN Plus. This is going to be the type of card that, if you're a fan of the sport of boxing, a supporter, you're going to enjoy what you're seeing. Now, headlining this particular card will be something special coming from Raymond, the young fighter who has an upside of being a future world champion, but he's being matched against a fighter that many people are not aware of, another fighter from Uzbekistan. That's Otabek. This man is a slugger, a strong two-fisted puncher, southpaw. But Ford, who is a boxer out of the ilk of fighters that we've known, like Tank Davis and the Mayweather type style, and he has been moving toward a title opportunity. But this time, this is going to see exactly where he is in the sport. Both fighters are 24, 25 years old and in their primes or entering their primes. So to have this type of opportunity early in their careers means that both men have been placed on a track where they get the opportunity to show their wares and whether or not they are championship caliber fighters. I look at this as someone is going to have to be coached through this fight. Both are talented enough that they can bring out the best of one another, but psychologically, I think is where this fight will be won. In the case of Raymond, he's a fighter that he comes in with his present record, 14-0, 1 draw and 7 KOs. He's not a fierce puncher, pretty much average power, but he boxes well. He keeps his hands up high. He has good lateral movement with his feet, but sometimes he drifts. And in this fight, he's facing the type of an opponent that he should not drift. He needs to be dialed in 1000%. And his boxing skills, punch placement has to be on point because he's going to have to try to deter his opponent. In the instance of Kholmato, this man is a seek and destroy type fighter, but I don't believe they've matched him up against real punchers because his defense is very porous. He brings a record of 12-0 with 11 KOs, and primarily from the film study that I've put in on him, he's been matched up against a lot of guys that don't have much to offer as far as firepower coming back. So he's not mindful of defense. He weighs in, he wings to the body and to the head. The typical upright European style. But being heavy-handed himself, typically the guys fold up and cover up when he's on the offensive. So I look for him to consider Ford the similar type of opponent that he's faced in the past. Now that could come back and bite him because Ford does have skills. But does he have enough strength and power to hold Kholmato off? Otabek is the type of fighter, he should be able to sniff that out. And if he's not able to sniff it out, what we're going to see is a situation where he will wear psychologically on Ford, and that could be something that Ford may not be prepared for. Overall, I think this is going to be a good fight, a good scrap. I favor Ford because of his technical precision and abilities, but that does not mean that he will necessarily win outright. It's going to have to take a game plan to win this fight, but Raymond Ford is up for it. I do believe he's a young comer. This fight might be maybe 2 fights too soon for him, but I hope that he's able to prove me wrong, because this is the type of fight that the fans will enjoy once these guys get engaged. I look for Ford to score a unanimous decision, and we'll see if that comes true. Again, game planning has to be the thing. He should not go out there just looking to wing his shots or thinking that he's going to overpower Kholmato, because this could turn into something very ugly for him so early in his career. Now, this fight is part of a doubleheader, as I said, and in the main event, we should be seeing Luis Alberto Lopez defending his title against Raya Abe, and that's going to be a very interesting fight because Lopez, who is a power-punching, unorthodox fighter himself, he has scored some victories recently that have been very awe-inspiring. He brings his record of 29-2 against Abe, and he's from Mexico. We will see what happens. He's an orthodox position fighter, but he fights very unorthodox, a lot like the Prince, Nassim Hamed, when he throws his punches from various weird angles. His fight against Yoet Gonzalez was an excellent fight. Also, his destruction over Mike Conlon in May of 2023. Look forward to this doubleheader. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tune in to ESPN Plus this Saturday night, March 2nd, for this bout. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.